Today I'm sharing a resource from chalk.com, which is a website that provides different resources to teachers, and it's free to set up an account and to use these services. There are paid versions of the service as well that offer additional features, but I use the free version and it works just fine. So let's talk about some of the things that it allows you to do. So one thing it lets you do is to apply a template that automatically populates within your planner. So that way you can just fill in your lesson plan and you have your lesson done. You can also attach standards directly into the lesson as well. So that way when you have a Marzano observation, for example, and your administrator needs a copy of your lesson plan, then your standards are on there as well, which is one of the district requirements to have on our lesson plans. So that is something you can do, and you can assign different standards to different classes, so that way you're using the correct grade level standards with the correct class. Okay, so I'm going to use a class that I've already created. This is my planner for this school year. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it and show you what all I have in my planner so far. All right, this is what my planner looks like since I've set everything up already. And if you want to set up your own planner and create your own account, I will send a link to Mark so that way you can get your account set up and everything, and you just watch those short videos on the YouTube playlist that I'm going to send him, and then you'll be able to have your account set up. I'll also send him a copy of the lesson plan template that I use for my classes, so anybody who wants that can use it. But if you want to use a template, you need to have classes set up first. So once you have your classes set up, which if I go to Planboard and then Timetable and click on Subjects, this is where you can add in different classes by clicking that button. So let's say I'm doing another class, like for example, computers. And if I wanted to attach some standards, I could. So I could click that, and then if I have done a few things with this, you can attach the Kansas College and Career Readiness standards are already in here. They've been uploaded by chalk.com and the people at Planboard. But I have personally gone through and added the SRG targets for 3.0 level and the foundational skills, the 2.0 level for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade social studies. So anybody who wants to use those can. All you have to do is search, for example, Wichita social studies. Let's try this. SRG. Well, it's saying no matches found because I've already got them on mine. But once you type in whatever SRG you want and the grade level in social studies, then you'll be able to pull up the list because I made those public. I just essentially created them as standards. Okay, so let me go back into the planner part so I can show you how I would use this. So, another important thing on the timetable here, once you have your classes set up and once you've set them all up in the subjects tab, then you can go to timetable and you can put in each class onto the actual days of the week that you're going to be doing it. So you can just click that schedule button. You can select what days of the week. Day 1 would be Monday, day 5 would be Friday. So those kinds of things. Your start time and end time for each class, and then it'll automatically populate the entire timetable for your classes. Okay. So once you have all that set up, I'm going to go back to my planner to show you an example lesson. So I set up a lesson as an example for you all, just to show you how I do this. So my second period adapted social studies 7th grade class, I have my content and literacy objectives. I have my opening, work time, closing, all those things, and the closing, of course. And then when I want to attach standards for it, I can just click standards, and then I can click Kansas College and Career Ready Standards, which I would click that one first, because the order that you choose the standards is the order that they're going to appear on your lesson plan when you print it or email it as a PDF to your administrator. So then I would just select the standard I want there, and then I could click back on where it says Kansas College and Career Ready Standards, and then I could, if I've already added the standards for the SRG target and foundational skills for this class, which I have, 7th grade social studies SRG targets, 7th grade social studies SRG foundational skills, then I could add them into my lesson plan as well for my administrator while I'm teaching my lesson, so that way he or she or they know what I'm going through in the lesson, what our targets are, foundational skills, everything. So I would recommend doing your Kansas College Career Ready Standard first, then doing your SRG target level, then your foundational skill level if you're going to be doing foundational skills within that lesson, just so you have all that information right there on your lesson plan. So I've already selected some for this lesson. So then if I just want to print this lesson, because I know my administrator is going to come to do an observation during this class, and he, she, or they will need my lesson plan, then I can just go up here to Options, Print PDF, Create PDF, and then it will have your lesson plan. It'll have all the pieces of it that you had from your template, and then it'll have your standards as well. And I put them in this order because it made sense to me. So I did my Kansas standard, then the SRG target, then the foundational skills. Okay, so that's kind of what it would look like. And if I wanted to email it, which most administrators want you to email it beforehand as well, in addition to having a printed copy ready, then you can just click under options, click the share button. Then you can enter emails and just type your administrator's email address and then send it off to them, and then they automatically get it. So it's a really great resource to be able to do all those kinds of things. It makes planning way easier. And now that I have the SRG targets and foundational skills, I can include more information for my admin to know what the heck's going on when I'm doing my lessons. Now, if I wanted to add a template to a class, so for those of you who are adding a new class and starting your account and things like that, if you have a template already, or if you want to use the one that I have in my lessons, then all you have to do is save that template to your computer, and then click the plus button, and then have the document open on your computer, and then just copy and paste the template into here. It's that easy. And you can name the template so you can have different templates for different settings. And I'm going to delete that one since I'm not going to use the example one. So that's the easy way of how to do the template. And then where it says assign, you can assign that lesson plan template to different classes. So if I want to use a template for one class but not another, then I can do that. Okay, so those are just some of the basic features that you can do with Planboard, and so I think it'll be a great resource. All right, thanks.